I thought I'd do a short video this week explaining why I'm going where I'm going next. I've read 3 essays by Jung for this channel, one written before World War II in 1936 entitled Wotan, and 2 written immediately after the war, after the Catastrophe in 1945 and the Fight with a Shadow in 1946. And I've put show notes down at the bottom there in the description, so I have links to those videos if you want to watch them. I've also done a series on the so-called postmodern crisis. That was the name of the playlist. That explains some basic Jungian ideas having to do with ideological possession. I did those videos because I think there were things going on then that bear some resemblance to things going on now. And I thought, what better way to learn about the psychological aspects of political disturbances than turning to the thoughts of Carl Jung, who spent a lot of time working them out. Obviously, a lot of people are interested in Jung's ideas and have learned about them from He Who Shall Not Be Named. But if that dark lord led you to be interested in Jung, why not read Jung? Well, hopefully introducing you to this short book, The Undiscovered Self, will inspire you to read a bit of Jung. He's actually a great writer, and his translator, RFC Hull, is really good. You will not be mystified by his direct and common sense language, I guarantee it. Which leads me to another question. Why am I doing this? As in, why am I doing this channel? Obviously, it's to get rich. Okay, my serious answer is that if we are in a time of transition, and to a certain extent we always are, but I believe we're in a time of instability and possibly of opportunity now, then it's imperative to really understand the major political ideas that are the building blocks of any critique of the current situation and any new solutions. The internet's full of pedestrian and derivative views, of people trying to get your attention by shocking you or claiming some superior knowledge based on very little real knowledge. For the most part, they don't know nearly as much as the great political philosophers who've established the power of their ideas already because they've been read and quoted by people who have shaken the world and made things happen. At most, the posers, that's a Britishism I just like to use, attempt to mimic them, and badly. So why not learn and understand great ideas from the great thinkers and be in a better position to evaluate ideological claims for yourself? And this is important, to be in a better position to think for yourself. You can be a consumer of information, or you can be a user of information. And a user of information can be a contributor of new ideas for new times. That's right, we aren't all great philosophers, but many of us can be better human beings and better citizens than we are by making the attempt to educate ourselves and use that education to navigate a very tricky world in a smarter way. And maybe thereby help more than we can harm the world, at least part of the time. That's what this channel is about. If you want to read the book, The Undiscovered Self, which is 125 pages long, along with the 2 or 3 videos that I do on it, you have 1 week to get a copy. Find it in your library, or I've put links in the notes below to where you can buy it. It's also in volume 10 of Carl Jung's collected works, Civilization and Transition, which you might be able to find at your local library. All right, I'll see you next week, and we'll start in on The Undiscovered Self. Bye.